Well, hello friends. Today we are going to work on table views. So there's this little thing that annoys me about them, and I'll show you what it is. It's that at the bottom here we have a horizontal scroll bar, and there's nothing to scroll, but it's still there. And if we make the window bigger, still nothing to scroll, it's still there. Make it smaller, finally we get something to scroll. You can now scroll. But wouldn't it be nice if the window is big enough that we don't need it, that it would just go away, right? So that's what we're going to do now. Do that somehow, get rid of it, right? So let's see what we can figure out. So let's see how it works, first of all. So GTableView inherits from GAbstractView, which inherits from GScrollableWidget, which inherits from GFrame, which is a GWidget, which is a ZObject, which is nothing in particular. Okay, so table view being an abstract view. So abstract view is a shared base class for stuff that that displays data models. So it's inherited by item view, list view, table view, and tree view. So probably the interesting stuff that we care about is in the scrollable widget. So we have here we have direct access to the individual scroll bars. We can get both a vertical and horizontal scroll bar as a mutable reference, which is nice because it means that we could just make one of them invisible if we determine that we don't need it. So let's see. What happens when we resize a table view? We don't even implement the resize event here. Okay, then I guess maybe the abstract view implements resize. No. Scrollable widget implements resize. Yes. Okay, so he will call update scrollbar ranges. Right, so then this is for any of these views that is a scrollable widget. We decide that the horizontal scrollbar range is from 0 to the amount of excess width in pixels that we have. So basically, the way that the GScrollable widget works is that you have this concept of the content inside of the widget, and then the content is what you pan around. And basically, by panning it, you're just setting a vertical and horizontal offset that we then use to render the part of the content that should be visible inside of the widget when it's displayed on screen, right? So it's just conceptually moving around inside of the widget. And the way that, so this is a class you inherit from, right? So the way that the subclass communicates to the GScrollable widget base what the content size is that we call something called update content size. So that's what GTableView will do, for instance, like whenever like a column is hidden or a column is resized here, or the data changes in the table model, then we call update content size because the content size may be different now. And then what that does is that it computes the new size of the content and then calls set content size, which informs the GScrollable widget how much content there is inside. And that in turn informs the scroll bar ranges. So then we get here. So I'm thinking that if the excess width is 0, then we could just make the scroll bar go away. Let's try that, see what it feels like. Set visible false. And I guess we could do the same for the vertical scroll bar, actually. Why not? Access height is 0. Like it might be that we want this to be a mode. I don't know why I wrote it, why I took that. We might want this to be a mode, so I don't know yet. We'll see. And this is a stupid way of writing this, so we're just gonna do access height greater than 0. Okay, so let's try this, see what it feels like. We'll just rebuild everything. Because I'm thinking, like, how does this normally work? Like, would it be normal to always have the scroll bars disappear? Maybe you want that to be like a setting, like scroll bar always visible. I'm not sure. We'll see how it feels. But the fact that I'm making this change in the G-Scrollable widget tells me that we probably are now getting the change in tree views and other views as well. Maybe we can actually, before the build here finishes, we can boot up the old image. And let's just pause that for a moment. Let me bring up a tree view of some type. So here is the file manager. Yeah, so this tree view here is clearly doesn't need scrolling vertically or horizontally. So we could just not have those at all. We'll see how that turns out. Wow, this is a small change if that's all it takes. We'll see. All right, let's give it a go. Okay, come here, file manager. All right, and then if we do that, then that's not very good. Okay. And what about, oh, this looks really weird. I don't even know what the heck is going on with these guys. Oh, wait, these are scroll bars. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, never mind this. Yeah, we shouldn't be messing with these indiscriminately because text boxes are also scrollable widget subclasses. So that's what we're seeing here. I guess I should show it again actually. So because the text box is inherits from scrollable widget, we can't just indiscriminately turn on the visibility of the vertical scroll bar because that makes this text box look very goofy. But what about this table view though? So that looked pretty sane. And then if we do this, then yeah, that looks very sane as well. Oh, this thing is kind of sluggish. Probably do a little bit of optimization work on the table view class, but that's not what we're here to do today. But yeah, it's cool how now this thing pops into existence and disappears when it gets big. Very, very nice. So I like that, but yeah, it should be a mode somehow. Let's see. Maybe if, oh, it's my cat. All right. Let me see what she wants. You want to go outside? All right, so I guess I'll leave that in. I had to let my cat outside. And I promised some people today that I would leave some of this footage of me letting the cat outside in the video. So that's what it looks like. Anyways. Tag that I want to do. All right, I want to have some option for this. So what would it look like when I would use it? It would be like in G table view, we would set this mode. So we would say in the constructor like set scroll bars when not needed. Is that a good name? Set should hide scroll bars. And then we would write here we would say if should hide scroll bars when needed. Hide, no, not, okay, hide unnecessary scroll bars. This is pretty good. Okay, so we'll do that there, and we'll also do it in tree view, and then we should probably work out why tree view wasn't doing the right thing. Why was it not doing the right thing? It's kind of weird. We'll figure it out. But let's add this little helper. So say bool. Okay, now we have this opt-in feature, and what happens when you resize a table view? I mean, a tree view. I guess it ends up in the same resize event in GScrollable widget. So we call update scrollbar ranges, and then we determine the visibility based on this. Okay. Wonder why that didn't work well. Oh. We'll find out. This build should be a lot faster because most of it's cached. And I screwed that up because I didn't type m underscore here. That's silly. Maybe it takes a little bit of time actually. This machine just keeps getting a little bit slower every day. I guess it's just a system getting a little bit bigger, but it feels like the machine getting slower, you know? Maybe one of these days I'll start editing out the compiles, maybe cross-fading them, but that would be kind of... I've done that like once or twice, but it's a bit silly. I'd rather get a faster machine someday. Okay, so this is not working. Why is it not working? What about, oh, so it does work if you do that. Oh, interesting. So if the vertical scroll bar is visible, then it actually does something. And the horizontal one matters. But not here, but here. Oh yeah, right. That's so weird. Why the heck is it like that? Okay, well, let's see what it says. I guess we can just print it out. So we'll do says size, or we'll just do this. Okay, and let me do a fast command here. The GUI and exe app file manager, app file manager, and sudo sync and run. All right, here we go. What will we learn? All right, let's scroll it. There's no excess, and now there is excess width. But the scroll bar still doesn't become visible. That's a bit suspicious. Why? Horizontal scroll bar should clearly be visible at this point. Scroll bars enable. Did anybody call this? No. Okay. At least these scroll bars here are gone now, the weird ones that we have. But this is so strange. Why is it doing this? So is it that horizontal scroll bar is in some weird position or something? Let's say we'll just dump the rect of it. So we'll say horizontal scroll bar relative rect visibility is visible. Okay. So now we should see the rect in like relative coordinates of the horizontal scroll bar and whether it's visible. See who's lying to us here. Who's being a bad little widget. So we say that it's true, but it doesn't really seem true to me, if you ask. I mean, so these ones here, we're getting updates from like 3 widgets. It looks like this one is updating twice for some reason. It's a whole other problem. This one is the visible true. It's 80 pixels wide, and there's clearly space. Oh, yeah, right. And these are the coordinates for the horizontal scroll bar. And we can see that the height of the horizontal scroll bar is 0. Well, that's very suspicious. Why is it like that? Horizontal scroll bar. Set, do we call set rect on it somewhere, or set relative rect? Okay. set relative right. And then we call, wow, this is confusing. So there's a custom layout at play here. And the horizontal scroll bar is, I'm just gonna do this so we can see what each individual thing is. So this is X, this is Y, and then this is width, and this is height. Okay, so it's width wanted by vertical scroll bar. So if the scroll bar is not visible, then we set his height to 0. That's fair, but that means that we are doing a custom layout before custom layout is happening before we compute the scroll bar ranges. So we were in resize event, and when we call gframe resize event, I bet you that we are, no, who the hell is doing the custom layout? Custom layout happens in do layout. Okay, and who calls do layout? Gwidget handle resize event. Okay. And okay, so before, this is before the resize event is delivered to the subclass. Before that, we do a do layout. So that means that by the time we set it to visible, then the height of it is going to be 0. So that's a little bit confusing, but okay. So I feel like setting the visibility of it should change that, should cause like another layout to happen now. Set visible. We do invalidate layout. Layout is dirty. Okay, maybe we can just height wanted by horizontal scroll bar. Why do we do things this way? Why is this code so freakishly wide? This is too wide. Okay, I'm gonna break this up here because it's freaking unreadable. Oh, gee, thanks a lot. Clang format. That looks beautiful. Now it's even worse. Okay, can you just not be this way? Okay, you want to be that way? Okay, okay, okay. Just, sometimes clang format just makes the ugliest things. I guess I can tolerate this. All right, and then we'll do the same for this one, so it's somewhat readable. Okay, so the width wanted by the horizontal scroll bar where is that? Height wanted by horizontal scroll. Wait, the problem was that wasn't the problem that the height was wrong? 66 by 0, the height is wrong. So the width wanted by the vertical scroll bar is 0? Wait, I'm confused. The width wanted by the vertical scroll bar is 0. Because there is no vertical scroll bar. Oops. Right, there's never going to be any. So I guess that means that When that's computer fan is going crazy here. So when my brain is just like locking up. um, okay. What is it that I'm doing? Slow down, Andreas. We just want the scroll bar, the horizontal scroll bar, to have a non-zero height, right? We want it to be, I guess, 15 pixels or whatever. So the horizontal scroll bar height is this number right here, the width wanted by the vertical scroll bar. That doesn't seem entirely right to me. And I guess it works this way because I don't understand why it works this way. Why is the height the width wanted? Oh, because if you, I guess I can show you with text editor. Oh, does this thing die now? No, it died. I think this is because I can show you with this thing actually. Because if you have a vertical scroll bar, then it goes all the way to the bottom when it's by itself. But if you introduce the horizontal, then neither of them go to the corner, and then you get this little filling here in the corner instead. So you get this little corner widget guy right here, which is just like a dummy little gray rectangle widget that we just put there so that the content doesn't bleed through. So I guess that's why we have this mechanism, so that if the other guy doesn't exist, then we go all the way to the end, basically. Right, well, at least that now I remember why it works this way. But it seems like the horizontal scroll bar height should always be just a normal height. Like, why isn't it just a normal height? Why isn't it just 15? Or even the preferred width of the vertical scroll bar? Wait, what? Height wanted by, oh my god, this is so fucking confusing. No, okay, let's just always use the preferred height. I don't see why that would cause any problems. And or maybe I'm just misunderstanding how this thing needs to work, but I feel like this thing is not necessary. Okay, that's why it was necessary, because we need him to go all the way to the end. Because now the width is wrong. Horizontal scroll bar. Well, maybe it's just that we never actually tested this with only the horizontal. So the horizontal scroll bar width, yeah, this here, we should be subtracting the width here. Width, okay, yeah, this makes more sense. So the width of the horizontal scroll bar should be subtracted by the width needed for the vertical one. Now it actually starts to make sense. Okay, look at that. And then we make the window like that. And look, we have a corner. Very cool. We do that, that's fine. And we can do this, we get only the vertical and pops down right as we'd expect. It's very cool. Ah. Okay. Oh, it crashed. I can't believe we had a crash. That happens sometimes. Now we got an even worse crash. Okay, let's just start over. But I think this was the fix here, and this code was obviously it was just backwards, and we probably just never tested with horizontal but not vertical, because that didn't happen anywhere before. So bring me the Chan viewer. Plop, plop. Very cool. Okay, and see the text editor keeps working like before. Turn off line wrapping. Yep, yep, yep. Maybe in this case the scroll bar should disappear, but I'm not going to do that for the text editor right now. But I think we have the right behavior for the widgets that we cared about. So the tree view and the table view. Very cool. Okay, so what did we end up with here? Let's do a patch review. So in custom layout, we now fixed we had the incorrect width and height of the horizontal scroll bar, depending on the visibility of the vertical scroll bar. And then we added this mode should hide unnecessary scroll bars to the scrollable widget. And when that's on, then we hide scroll bars that are not scrollable. Get rid of that. That's cool. And then here is just adding that API member for it, and then we turn it on for table view and tree view. Okay, I think that's a good patch. So let's see, leap GUI. Teach the scrollable widget how to hide unnecessary scroll bars. This is now an opt-in mode that can be enabled. That is enabled by this patch enables the mode, tree view, and table view. Boom. Look at that cute little patch. Very, very nice. Okay, I think we're just gonna see it one more time and then be done with the video. So look at that. How cool is that? I like it. All right. So I guess that's gonna be it for today's video. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching and for hanging out. And hello to all the new subscribers and visitors. Nice to have you here. I hope you all saw something interesting today. And I will see you next time. Bye.